Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Anna. I'm a little bit spooky, and today we're going to talk about my favorite skin enhancer, glow products, liquidy highlighter type of things. Think flawless filter. So that's what's on the agenda today. If that interests you, just go ahead and keep on watching. But before you do, don't forget to like and subscribe, comment down below. Let me know if you have any other suggestions to add to this list. And I want to try them out because I really like these skin enhancing type glow products. I just think they're fun to play with. So yeah, without further ado, onto the makeup. All right, let's get started here. First things first, of course, Flawless Filter from Charlotte Tilbury. This is the OG, the original skin enhancing type product in my opinion. Even though there was some out before this is the one that I think got our interest peaked in these types of products. It is basically a liquid highlighter with a little bit of pigment to it that offers a tad bit of coverage, and it's not a metallic glow. It's just this nice lit from within pretty glow that you can wear on its own, use it as a primer, use it over top makeup. Very versatile item, and that's what I like about this, is that you can take it on a sponge, dab a little bit over your foundation, you can put it all over your face underneath, you can wear it just by itself as a foundation with very minimal coverage. If you just like a really glowy look, you can do so much with products like this. And this is one of my favorite ones. It comes in a good variety of shades. I like the application technique with the huge doe foot. It's just easy to use. And yeah, it's a pretty product. It looks really nice on the skin. To me, the Flawless Filter one does not enhance any texture or pores. It's fine on mature skin. If you have lines or wrinkles, it doesn't make them obvious or draw attention to them. It just gives a really pretty glow. And it's a very graceful product, if you will. Very sophisticated product. And I think it is kind of the gold standard as far as skin enhancers go. And yeah, my favorite. And next is the Halo Glow from e.l.f. This is their dupe of the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. And where this one differs to me is that this one doesn't quite set down as much as Flawless Filter does. Like, it does stay a little tad bit sticky on the skin, but it pretty much does the same thing. On your skin, it has the same kind of glow. It has that little bit of coverage in it, has a few shades within the range, same type of applicator with a doe foot. A great dupe, if you ask me, and a lot more affordable because it's e.l.f. And yeah, I think it's a fine product. If you like Flawless Filter and want to re-up on it, but you don't want to spend Charlotte Tilbury prices, you can, I would say, check out the e.l.f. one and see how you like it, because I think they're pretty damn close. Like, the differences are so minute that I don't think you're going to even notice it. I think the e.l.f. one is just as good for like a quarter of the price. All right, and next is the Maybelline 4-in-1 Perfector. I didn't like this for a little while because I felt like it enhanced texture. It claims you can use this as a foundation. It's called a glow makeup. I wouldn't use this as foundation myself. I wouldn't use it as a concealer, as it claims you can do. I would treat this truly as just a skin enhancer, like I would Flawless Filter, where I apply it just to the high points and blend it out. I definitely would not use it all over the face. This one will kind of enhance pores if you put it in the pore area a little bit, but it has kind of similar coverage level. The light little hint of coverage will even things out just a touch. It's good for like those no makeup days. And yeah, it's a good product. I have come to love it now that I've kind of played with it and figured out how I like to use it. And I just mostly do not like using it the way it says to use it on the packaging. I treat it truly just as a skin enhancer highlighting product, like I would Flawless Filter. I don't think it has quite the glow level that Flawless Filter has. Like, this one's a little bit more subdued and maybe a little bit more on the coverage side, but very, very minimal. It has this sponge tip applicator. Don't love that. But other than that, it's a nice product. Blends into the skin easy. Very, very thin product. And yeah, it's really nice underneath your foundation or on no makeup days. And next is the L'Oreal Lumi Glotion. This has actually been on the market for quite some time. And this is in the shade Light Glow. They have this in like 3 different shades. I think they have like a tan one, This one, and then they have like one that's like a really pale, almost blue based one, which I really would like to get my hands on the other two because I feel like I could use them as well. But this one, it's really nice. It's a thin product. It's a little bit more lotiony when it comes out of the tube. A little bit does go a long way. But yeah, it works really, really well as a primer. It has a really nice level of glow to it. It's very hydrating also, but not sticky. It feels like a very lightweight lotion, and it kind of just soaks into the skin and you don't feel it or anything like that. It sets down really nicely. I don't notice it enhancing texture too terribly bad. Again, I don't like to apply any of this stuff in the pore zone or T-zone area where I do have pores where obviously there is going to be some texture. I stick to the outer perimeters with it. And yeah, this one's just very easy to use in the squeezy tube. It gives just the most minute amount of coverage ever. Like, it's barely pigmented. It's more about the glow. And I think it works great as a primer, and you can apply it over your foundation and stuff in a little bit of a dabbing method where you take maybe a little bit on a sponge or a brush and just tap it on. It operates pretty much the same as the e.l.f. Halo Glow Flawless Filter, the Maybelline Form one. Pretty similar product, just less in the coverage department, but the glow level and the appearance is pretty much the same. That nice lit from within, very natural, not metallic glow. It's a skin-like glow, if you will. Like, there's nothing glittery about these products. There's nothing overly like old school highlighter metallic. They're very just soft in a way and very just kind of natural and pretty. And yeah, I think the Lumi Lotion, though, is a great option from the drugstore as well. Speaking of drugstore, the Sun Touchable Woe Glow from e.l.f. This is their SPF 30. It is a sun protection and makeup primer one, it claims. Now, this one, because it's SPF, you don't really want to just apply it to high points. You kind of want to put it everywhere, but it does really well underneath foundation as a primer because you can apply something matte over the T-zone or wherever and take down the glow in those areas so it doesn't look like it's enhancing any texture. And I don't find that this one enhances texture, period, and it does play really well with foundations over top and work great as a primer and has a really beautiful glow to it as well. Now, my one caveat with this is that if you have any sensitivity to chemical SPFs, this one's going to bug the heck out of you. This one does make me a little bit itchy, not the worst, but it makes my eyes burn really bad when it gets around my eye area. So I have to be very strategic with this one and not use it as my primary SPF because it does kind of, I can't put it around the eye area at all. It definitely makes them burn. But that being said, it is a really nice product if chemical SPFs don't bother you. This is really good. I think this is actually meant to be a dupe of the Super Goop Glow Screen. Haven't tried it, but I know from my experience with some Super Goop products, I don't tend to get along with them very well because they do make me itch. But anyway, this is also hydrating. It has hyaluronic acid in it and squalane, so you're getting some skincare benefits on top of the glow and the SPF. I think it's a pretty product. It functions really well, and if you don't have any sensitivity issues, this is a really, really nice SPF to look at. It's a little bit on the pricier side for e.l.f., but it works good. In a similar vein, something that doesn't irritate my skin at all, and a hands down like winter product all around to me when it comes to glowy primers and SPFs, this one from First Aid Beauty. This is the Weightless Liquid Mineral Sunscreen with zinc oxide, and this is an SPF of 30. This one is beautifully glowy. It evens out your skin tone ever so slightly because it does have a slight bit of pigmentation to it to combat any white cast it might have because it is a zinc oxide SPF. And because it is a zinc oxide SPF and geared towards sensitive skin, it doesn't irritate my skin at all. It doesn't burn my eyes. I can actually apply this around the eye area with no problem. This is a really interesting product. It's one that you need to shake up because it is a very, very runny liquid. And it seems almost oily when you dispense it. I'm going to put a little bit on my arm here so you can see. It's like very thin and kind of runny and looks like a foundation. But when you work it into the skin, it just blends in so beautifully and has this very, very thin, almost like a dry oil feel to it at first, and then it virtually disappears. Like, you can't feel it at all. I like to give it a few minutes to really soak in before I go over it with my foundation. I find this one sits beautifully underneath foundation, and you have the SPF, obviously. It primes really well, looks beautiful on the skin, and it has a gorgeous glow to it, and that's why I'm including it in the skin enhancer category, because it has that gorgeous just sheen that isn't over the top. This one, if you're somebody who likes a softer glow, this is the one to go for right here from First Aid Beauty. It is just the right level of glow. It looks beautiful without makeup. It's just a regular everyday SPF, and it is formulated to operate as a primer as well. And I do feel like it helps kind of blur pores a little bit. There's something about this one that is quite blurring and just looks really pretty on the face. This is a great option if you're looking for something with some SPF in it and want a little bit of glow as well. I love the glow. Even though my skin is combo leaning oily, I still will double up on these products some days, depending on how much glow I want. Obviously, you can see I'm quite glowy today. But yeah, great product right here. This is probably my number one SPF out of all SPFs right now. This one it performs so beautifully on the skin. And speaking of glow enhancers, now this one's not a liquid, but I'm throwing it in there just because I think it enhances glow really well without looking like a highlighter, but it just gives you a radiant appearance to the skin, and you can kind of control where you get the glow by where you apply it. And that is the e.l.f. Halo Glow Setting Powder. This has a very beautiful blurring quality to it while still being glowy at the same time. Like it's kind of magical. It reminds me of an Hourglass ambient lighting powder, but in like a loose form. It has like a very blurring, flawless look on the skin. It looks beautiful on the under eye area. It makes everything look so smooth and perfected, and has a really nice radiance to it. But why I'm including this is that you can treat this as kind of a skin enhancing glow product if you're not into liquids. You can take this one on the high points of the face or anywhere that you want a little bit of glow, but you don't want a full-on highlighter. This is a really nice option for that. I have it in 2 shades. I have the light pink and just light. Kind of can't really tell the difference on the skin. They perform really well. It's a very soft, finely milled powder that just looks so pretty and soft, but it just gives this gorgeous lit from within Hourglass ambient lighting powder filtered look to the face that is so pretty. And I absolutely love these so much, and I think they're just a good option if you're not into a liquid skin enhancer, but you want something that kind of has that effect that maybe your skin's particularly oily and you don't want to go all in on a liquid or something, or just don't want to fool with it. I think it's just a good option, and I thought it'd be worth mentioning in case you are not into the liquid skin enhancers. That'd be nice to include a couple of the glowy SPFs in here because they function basically as a skin enhancer would. Let me know down below if you'd like a roundup of the skin tints that I have been trying lately. I have gone real hard into the skin tints, and I can definitely rank those for you and let you know which ones I like and think are worth checking out from the drugstore. And yeah, I think that is all for today. Thanks for hanging out with me. Let me know if you have any skin enhancing products that you truly enjoy and think are worth checking out. Leave them in the comments section down below. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Stay safe and stay spooky. Bye now.